Also, yesterday we saw together that I have a list called the course syllabus. This is the list you see, and it contains the content, virtual classes, tests, assignments, and everything related to the syllabus that the student interacts with. This allows the student to engage with the content, assignments, and tests. To add a new item, go to the plus sign. The plus sign means add. Add an item from the list. Items could be content areas. Add content like PDF, PowerPoint, audio, video, or image. Also, an assignment or test. Add a tool link. To add announcements, click tool link and choose. What will I add? Items can be content areas, files like PDFs, PowerPoints, audio, video, images, assignments, or tests. We can add a tool link like announcements or Zoom meeting by clicking and selecting. I choose a tool, name it, and proceed. We can add content such as PDF, PowerPoint, audio, video, or image. It can also be an assignment or a test. We can add a tool link. Add a tool through the tool link. For example, if I want to add the announcements. Tool, click the tool link and choose type. All these are tools. I have Zoom meeting, another available tool. Select the tool, write its name, then what? Make it available to users, then click submit. So I click on the tool link and choose from all these tools. Everything that appears here are tools. I have the announcements tool and I also have Zoom meeting, which is another tool available to me. I have a variety of tools to choose from. I can select the tool, write the name of the tool. And after I choose the tool and write the name, what do I do next? It's available to users and then I click the submit button. That was regarding how to interact with the content we saw yesterday and how to add to it. Each item you see here has its own properties. Each item has a circle on the left with its properties. If I want to delete the item, hide it, rename it, or change its name, I can do that from the properties you see. Available to users, then click on the send button. This was for the part dealing with the value that we saw yesterday and how to add to it. And how each item you see here has its own properties. Each item has a circle on the left that contains its properties. If I want to delete the item, hide it, rename it, or change its name, I can do that from the properties you see. And we mentioned that I'm in editing mode. I can add an item, change its name, delete it, or hide it. This is called editing mode. Now I can also stop this mode, so I can't add, delete, or do actions. So how do I do that? Go to the top left, find editing mode, and this mode is currently active. Editing mode is on. I can modify, add, delete. Now, if I click on this button, editing mode turns off. I can't do anything. In the list, the circle to delete, hide, or change is gone. The plus sign circle is gone too. I need to reactivate editing mode. This was an important point. And this mode is currently active, meaning the editing mode is on and I can modify, add, delete, and do everything. Now, if I click on this button, what happens to my editing mode? It will be turned off and I won't be able to do anything. So if I go to this list that you see, you will find that the circle that was here, which allowed me to delete the link, hide it, or change its name, is no longer there. The circle with the plus sign to add an item is also gone. So I need to go back and activate my editing mode again and turn it back on. This was an important point. You'll find that the circle that was here, which allowed me to delete the link, hide it, or rename it, is no longer there. The circle with the plus sign to add an item is also missing. So I need to go back and activate my editing mode and turn it on. This was an important point. Another thing is the unavailability of the course. This lock symbol means the course is available, as the lock looks half closed. Now if I click on it, it will turn red, and the lock will close completely. A message confirms the course is unavailable. Students can't interact with the course as it's set unavailable. Clicking the lock makes it available. Click again, and the course is available. To clarify, a simple issue might appear when you hover over the icon on your laptop. So, the students will try to interact with this course, but they won't be able to because I've set it to be unavailable. If I click on this lock once, it will change to available. So I click on it again and it will change to available. And now the course is available to students. Also, one of the things I want to clarify for you is that among the simple issues that might appear to you, if you look at this icon, if you are currently using your laptop and hovering over any of the courses, just by hovering your mouse pointer over it. On the long column, you see here, which is to the left of the circles, this border or frame. If you hover your mouse pointer over it, this icon will appear. This icon has a small white arrow pointing to the right. Do you see where it's pointing? It's pointing to the right. What does this small white arrow pointing to the right mean? Clicking on it collapses the course syllabus list. It's not deleted, just collapsed. Hover over the border or column and an arrow appears. Click it to open the list. Yesterday, we discussed the importance of specific points for students. As a teacher, adding assignments or tests is crucial. You might create a question that seems correct, but it hasn't been deleted. It has just been collapsed. So you'll notice that if you hover your mouse pointer again over the same border or column, there's also an arrow pointing to the left. This means that if I click here now, the list will open and move to the left to show the list. So if we click now, our list will appear. What list? The list will appear. We mentioned yesterday that a key aspect is a specific point for the student. As a teacher, when adding an assignment or test, especially tests, it's crucial to ensure questions and answers are clear. You might not realize how they appear to students. Use the student preview to see the test as a student would. This mode lets you access and view tests, ensuring questions and answers are correct. If there are mistakes, like answers copied from a Word document in red, you can catch them here. The questions and options appear. Click Student Preview. It simulates student mode. Access and view tests as a student to see questions and answers. If you see mistakes, like copied answers in red from Word while others are black, the student might think, oh, answers should be uniform in font and color. You can go to the tests, view the test, and open it to view questions and answers. If you notice any mistakes in the question or the answers, e.g., if answers copied from Word are red instead of black, then in this case, the student might say, answers should be uniform in font and color. We reviewed the preview and discussed content yesterday. The rest of the answers in black remain in the date state. This way, the student will be able to say, oh, I forgot. The answers are supposed to be in one uniform format, font size, and color. One of the most important things is that there shouldn't be any words underlined. They shouldn't have an underline. There shouldn't be any highlighted words, and no answer should stand out from the others so that the student doesn't mistakenly think that it is the correct answer. We also looked at the preview and discussed the content itself yesterday. How do we create content? We entered the course content and started saying that we would create folders to organize our content nicely using folders like the first, second, and third folders. We saw how to create the folders by going to content creation, selecting the content folder, and starting to create. Once I'm inside the folder, when I click inside the folder, I can go ahead and create content again. I can start adding a file, an item, audio, an image, a video, or a link. I begin to add my content. I can go inside and create content again, and I can start adding a file, an item, audio, an image, a video, or a link. I begin to add my content